folded into this antipathy towards Islam is a segment of our government who believes in order to facilitate the return of Christ, we must wage the final battle in the Middle East and, of course, Israel. And those people, the apocalyptic Christians, include our Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, who, according to witnesses, once led a group of drunken employees in a chant of, quote, "kill all Muslims." Hegseth has written, quote, he wrote this in his book, quote, "Islam is not a religion of peace, and it never has been," unquote. The name of Hegseth's book is American Crusade. His body is covered with neo-Nazi tattoos that invoke imagery and language from the Crusades, because neo-Nazis, especially in Europe, are fighting to cleanse the continent of Islam. Pete Hegseth wears the Jerusalem cross on his chest. This is the symbol of the first Crusaders. This is what they carried into battle to free the Holy Land from Islam. Deus Vult, see that on his right bicep? Deus Vult is a neo-Nazi slogan pulled from the Crusades, meaning God wills it. It was the rallying cry for Christian soldiers during the First Crusade. He has a tattoo of an early Christian monogram from the Crusaders. From the Crusade, it quotes Matthew. It reads, "I have not come to bring peace, but a sword." You can see his Arabic tattoo over there with the word kafir, which means infidel or non-believer. Non-believer of what? We know what that is. It means I don't believe in Islam. This is who is leading our soldiers, possibly, into battle. Pete Hegseth, the openly racist, thrice-married alcoholic, serial abuser of women. That's right, a serial abuser of women. Don't take my word for it. Ask his mother. She put it into writing. This is Pete Hegseth, forced to pay his accuser $50,000 to make her rape allegations go away. There is nobody more dangerous, more reckless than an alcoholic racist, abusive misogynist with untreated PTSD who's convinced he has God on his side. We just learned that Hegseth's pastor said he prayed for the death of James Tallarico, the Democratic nominee for Senate in Texas. That's Pete Hegseth's pastor. And here is Pete Hegseth at his monthly Pentagon prayer service, something he initiated in violation of the First Amendment. He wants to bring faith, he said, back to the Pentagon and end the woke persecution of Christians inside our military. This is a picture from February, and Hegseth invited Pastor Doug Wilson. That is Pastor Doug Wilson leading a service for our soldiers. And Doug Wilson is a proud Christian nationalist. He says so. Doug Wilson's ministry is in Moscow, Idaho, which over the past couple of decades has served as the haven for an organization called the Aryan Nation. Moscow, Idaho is home. There's a haven for neo-Nazis and white supremacists. And Pastor Doug Wilson, who believes and who has said America is a Christian nation, he argues that every country is theocratic. The only question is which God it serves. God is not universal in his estimation. On Jews, he says, quote, "The Jews are a high-performance people, and so when they are bad, they are really bad, and when they are good, they are really good. But good or bad, just like the rest of us, they all need Christ." On Muslims in America, Doug said they should not be allowed to hold elective office. He said, quote, "Islam is not compatible with our cultural structure and history. He said, Islam is simply not compatible. We don't have the mechanism. God did not give us the mechanism to assimilate to an alien worship of an alien God. In Congress, a Sharia-Free America caucus was officially launched in the United States House of Representatives. It was in December 2025, was launched by Texas Congressman Keith Self and Chip Roy, both Republicans. And you're looking at one of their press conferences. Tom Emmer, just to show you that this is not a bunch of half-wits and not the fringe element of the Republican Party. Tom Emmer, the Republican Majority Whip, is a member of the Sharia-Free America Caucus. That's Keith Self from Texas. In November of last year, he said on the floor of the House, quote, Islam is a culture with a patina of religion, just a patina. It's not a real religion. He went on to say, Sharia is the law of Islam. Sharia is dangerous. Western values form the basis for the founding of America, namely that rights come from our creator. Ours is a Christian-based culture. Sharia, on the other hand, is a culture of violence and domination, totally anathema to the concept of individual freedom. Also a member of the Sharia-Free America Caucus is Arizona House Republican Andy Biggs, who, for reasons we've gone over, reportedly begged Trump for a pardon in the immediate aftermath of January 6th, which was also perceived by many as a religious crusade. There's Pennsylvania House Republican Scott Perry speaking at the Sharia-Free America press conference. Scott Perry also reportedly begged Trump for a pardon in the immediate aftermath of January 6th. The FBI took his phone. Remember that? Also speaking at the the Free Sharia Law Caucus was at their press conference. This turd, South Carolina House Republican Ralph Norman, Talking Points memo first broke this story. The January 6th committee got its hands on text messages received by Donald Trump's White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, during and after January 6th. And this is a text. I'm going to read you a text Ralph Norman sent to Mark Meadows, the White House Chief of Staff, after 11 days after January 6th, right before Joe Biden's inauguration. This is what Ralph Norman sent to Mark Meadows. Mark, in seeing what's happening so quickly and reading about the Dominion lawsuits attempting to stop any meaningful investigation, we are at a point of no return in saving our republic. Our last hope is invoking martial law. Please urge to President to do so. When asked about this, Norman didn't deny he sent it. His only regret, he said, was he misspelled martial law.